One of the most common questions I get is, how do I become a successful yoga teacher? Sometimes I'm talking to someone on the phone, sometimes it's by email, and sometimes I've written articles on the subject, and those of you who have my ebooks know that I might devote some space to that. We have to look at what do we consider successful. One person envisions success. For example, a yoga studio, maybe I have 200 students. Is that success? Also, I've trained so many teachers that were my students, and now they have their own schools. Is that success? I have a lot of money. Is that success? I have a very spiritual life. I feel very gratified. Is that success? All of these things to some point are success. And someone may say, to some point, wait a second, spiritual success is most important. But it's very hard if somebody else is geared with their ego to think that spiritual success is the ultimate. So there are a number of areas where we have to consider what really is success. And one of the best ways is for you to take a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle, and put positive and put negative. Positive, what do you think you are after? What do you think you are after for success? And on the negative side, what is the drawback from success? One example, if I love money, and I love money, everyone needs some money anyway. So if I love money and I have a lot of money, now what is the drawback? The drawback is, who are my real friends? I'm not going to pick on the rich, but I'm just going to say, if you won the lottery instantly, you're a millionaire. If you had some successful windfall and millions of dollars fall into your lap, it's amazing how many of those people can suddenly become flat broke, no money, because they all of a sudden had friends coming out of everywhere. And this is a drawback because unfortunately not too many of those people were really their friends. Your friends are your friends whether you have money or you don't have money. Your family is your family whether they look at you one way or another. I know that in some families someone will say, cousin Jane, she hates me because she speaks her mind every time I see her, and what she does is she insults my ego and my pride and so forth. And I can appreciate that. But cousin Jane might be 100% honest with you, and maybe, in a strange way, one of your best friends. So sometimes being a friend is a number of things that come together to have a really good friendship. My best friends, I don't want to change. I want them just the way they are. They don't have to agree with me. I like to hear other opinions anyway. You've met Marie. If you met Marie live for 5 minutes, you would know Marie does not agree with me on every issue. And I've always encouraged her to speak her mind. It's not I don't think that's a bad thing, because this is how you weigh things up. So getting back to successful yoga teachers, becoming a spiritual leader is a wonderful thing, but there are a lot of responsibilities that go with becoming a spiritual leader? Are you, for example, feeling like you have to take a vow of poverty? Because if that's the case, if all of a sudden now wealth is going to become a problem because of your spiritual growth, you have to consider, how much of this do I want? I think spiritual growth is a wonderful thing, but I think that you have to have a balanced life. So on those things, before we part company, if we think of our health, unfortunately, another equation comes in that I didn't really want to have to talk about, and we'll talk about that one last, and that is from the 5. Emotional health, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and unfortunately, financial health. If you're in the middle of a recession and all of a sudden everything's changed, you know that you have to be considerate of how much money you take in, and unfortunately we need money. So all of these avenues are part that make up the whole being. Namaste.